Here's a look at some of the notable details. All 30 teams taking part in this. Each will play 4 games in group play. 6 group winners, 2 wildcard teams will move on to the knockout stage. Semifinals and finals again in Vegas. Why not? Every game besides the finals will be a regular season scheduled game. Joining us now, a champion in his own right, Avery Johnson, the coach. Coach, interesting news, interesting format, a lot to sink our teeth into, so I'll just roll the ball to my scorer here. What do you make of this news, the format, and all that comes with it?
Well, first of all, Joe, my wife is excited because December 6th through 10th, we're booking hotels in Vegas. All right, CBS Sports HQ sending me to Vegas, so we're really excited to cover these semifinals and finals. But it was interesting what Adam Silver said. They've been thinking about this for 15 years. You talk about preparation and thought in advance and vision. This was a model deemed after the international soccer model. So those guys were thinking about this to try to make the regular season more relevant. I don't know if that's going to be as successful as they think, but again, this was very interesting. Look at the marketing and the TV behind this on another network, of course. But this was a show tonight with all of the marketing and entertainment. Man, this was exciting. Anthony Edwards, by the way, was the most entertaining. Trae Young was okay. Obviously, I love Cade Cunningham, but Anthony Edwards was entertaining. This is what the NBA wants, to try to engage fans more in the regular season. And I would say early on the scorecard, mission accomplished.
Yeah, it's all about context, and perhaps this is some additive context for the regular season. Coach, you mentioned 15 years ago the inception of this idea, and maybe the NBA's problems were a little bit different 15 years ago. To me, maybe this is aimed as a solution at the load management and maybe some of the effort issues that the league does have during the regular season. Do you see this as an effective solution to those things?
And Joe, if I comprehended it correctly, they talked about Tuesdays and Thursdays or when they're going to start playing in November, these games early on to try to make them more meaningful. And hopefully with, a $500,000 check to the winner, each guy on the winning team, that'll make it more attractive. Hey, $500,000 is a lot of money. I made $90,000 in my first year in 1988. So when you look at some of the way the NBA is trying to incentivize the players and coaches to make the NBA more meaningful in the regular season. Again, I give them another check. This is something that's never been done before. I give them an A for trying. And I think this is going to have some sustainability. I believe that this is going to work. They'll learn from this year of what they need to tweak. But I'm so excited about this NBA in-season tournament.
All right, so here to stay, says Coach. Coach, with that in mind, I mean, no better time than right now. Let's start choosing sides. I mean, do you have a group, as we just took a look at them, circled, where it's going to be competitive and interesting? What's your group?
Joe, I was writing down on my notes, and this particular group that I love, and here it is, the West group, Group B. Denver, the Clippers, the Pelicans, the Mavericks, and Houston. Top to bottom, I think that's the best group. Because at the bottom of some of these groups, you got teams that it's going to take them 3 more years to even make the playoffs. If Damian Lillard get traded from Portland, they're done. The Pistons is still a work in progress. Orlando's a work in progress in the bottom of Group C in the Eastern Conference. But what the Houston Rockets did with Fred VanVleet, giving him that long-term contract, obviously the Mavericks have re-signed Kyrie Irving. You look at the Pelicans. I think the Pelicans, if I was the Pelicans, Joe, I would try to make a move for Damian Lillard. They have the assets, the draft picks, but of course I'm not the general manager. But I love Group B in the Western Conference, and I believe the winner in Group B that's going to be standing tall in Las Vegas is going to be the NBA champions, the Denver Nuggets.
Likely still plenty of details to come out, and we'll continue to wrap our head around it with the coach. And if you're looking for him in early December, you know where to find him. Coach, appreciate you. Here's a look at the odds to win the NBA title. Defending champs, befitting a champion, at plus 450. Celtics next closest at 5-1. The Suns and their lack of bench, but all their stars up front, third favorites 6-1 in the season to come.